なの彼方心の声が聞こえてる初めは誰もヒーローじゃない違う形のただちっぽけな星なんだぶつかり合い励まし合い立ちはだかる闇を越えよう悲しみなんかない世界愛を諦めたくないどんな涙も必ず乾く僕らが変えてく未来絆は途切れやしない無限に続く光の中へ
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is a fight for four. Introducing first, being accompanied by Tiger the Dark and Spring Tiger. Representing Tiger Mask W, Tiger Mask 2. And his opponent, Big Time Thug S. Okay, who lets Nakanichi write the name? You're fired. And his opponent, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Thug Life Nakanichi, one half of Big Time Thug S. Bigfoot!
Good evening, wrestling fans from the world-famous AWL Arena in Tokyo, Japan. We are starting off tonight to see who will join the elite of the AWL, the Best Four. We're starting off with a huge mismatch. Oh, and a chop from Bigfoot, a single chop, taking Tiger Mask 2 down to the canvas. The Best Four, our championship ranking system here in the AWL. Only the Best Four can challenge for the title, which means you have to get into the Best Four system before you have any chance of becoming the AWL Grand Champion. And the strength of Tiger Mask, the vitality of the Tiger style on display with a backdrop to an inhuman giant, Bigfoot, formerly of Global Wrestling Monopoly, now of apparently Big Time Thug S. I'm guessing that was supposed to be Big Time Thugs, but Tanaka Kenichi basically skipped all of his English classes in middle school. Up to the middle strand, cross body to the prone, Bigfoot, and Tiger Mask showing his strength and ability here. Only about a minute in, multiple shots, having trouble keeping him off his feet. Irish whip over the ropes, and Bigfoot hangs on. A kick, and wait a minute, what is Black Tiger? Sorry, Tiger the Dark. What?
Here's your winner as the result of a disqualification.
What?
Bigfoot.
Well, Tiger the Dark physically interfering with the match. The senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family calling for the DQ on the first infraction of the contest. That's, you know what? Those are the rules. You're not allowed to interfere in the match, even if you do have a legitimate reason to be at ringside. So, that's it. Bigfoot is in the Best Four. Next, we've got Gamba and Project Tetsu, both of whom probably thought they'd have at least another couple of minutes before they had to come out and wrestle. But, let's do it anyway. Here we go. legend of animated wrestling right there.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is a fight for four. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, the Japanese megastar, Gamba!
Well, on AWL Wrestling... Itsumo Gambarimasu, indeed. On AWLWrestling.blogspot.com or blogspot.jp if you prefer. Earlier this week, Dr. Jigoku basically said he's looking past this match. That if Gamba fails, when Gamba fails, to join the best four, Dr. Jigoku claims to be ready with a brand new augment for Gamba to face. But if I know Gamba, and I've known him for many years, Season 0 original, he's not thinking about a new augment. He's thinking about this match facing his evil opposites.
And his opponent, being accompanied by Dr. Jigoku, fighting out of the laboratory and representing the augment, Project Tetsu 2.0.
Many seasons ago, Dr. Jigoku created this cybernetic monstrosity known as Project Tetsu as an augment of a superior clone of Gamba himself. These two have wrestled many times. Unfortunately, Project Tetsu usually coming out the victor. Both men former AWL Grand Champions, and it was in fact Project Tetsu who defeated Gamba to claim that title, the AWL Grand Championship. Currently held by Akaisha. Oh, I hate when he does this. Gamba walks through the fire. Project Tetsu calls it from the heavens. Well, hopefully what happened in our first match with that disqualification finish will put Dr. Jigoku himself on notice that he doesn't get to interfere on behalf of his client, of his creation. I'm not going to say his son, because I don't think he views the augments in that way. Another of Dr. Jigoku's augments, the new Intercontinental Champion, the X-Drone, will be in action in our main event tonight, because the X-Drone will be defending that Intercontinental Championship. Hang on, one quick cover by Gamba. Notice he was looking directly at Dr. Jigoku, and he did that. Vertical, oh! Thought he was going for an inverse vertical suplex, but he decided to slam him down to the mat instead. Now up on the red rope. Overcastle. Modified Gamba roll. As Project Tetsu retreats to the outside just to break the momentum of the Japanese megastar. As I was saying, X-Drone will defend the Intercontinental Championship tonight against the Doom Bunny. That's why we're calling this Machine versus Bunny Man. It is Dr. Jigoku's X-Drone versus the Doom Bunny, and a big boot, or a big metallic hoof, whatever you're going to call it. I'm not sure that foot is even real. Already this has been the longest match of the night so far. I'm still shocked that Tiger the Dark got his partner disqualified. Hopefully we'll get an update on if that's going to sow any dissension in the ranks of Tiger Mask Double. Project Tetsu fights back to his feet. Dr. Jigoku very happy about that. And anytime Dr. Jigoku's happy, I'm usually not. Vertical suplex powers him down. Project Tetsu using every ounce of that strength of his, that superhuman cybernetic strength, and a push away, a kick out almost by Gamba before the referee could even get into position. About 7.5 minutes remaining. Later tonight, we've got action in the tag team and Joshi divisions, plus the first ever World of Sport Rules match in AWL Spinebuster. Doesn't even follow him to the ground on that one. Uh-oh. No, Gamba reverses into a DDT! Military press reversed into a DDT, and the AWL fans here in the arena going crazy. Gamba is a much-beloved hero, the most decorated champion in our company's history. Hokkaido-plex! Hokkaido-plex! 1, 2, no. And again, and look, there Dr. Jigoku, look, notice he's not getting physically involved in the match. We saw what happened when Tiger the Dark did that earlier tonight. Oh, there's that inverse vertical suplex. Isho Kenmei, you bet your life. Isatsuwaza, Isho Kenmei. And he pulls both of the legs up, too. No! Ugh. So many matches won with the Isho Kenmei. Gamba's going to have to go deep into the well here. Going to have to go deep into the arsenal to come up with something. Maybe another Isho Kenmei will do it. He's got him in the corner. He might be thinking year of the bulldog. I don't know. He's not going to get to do it. Tetsu driver! Tetsu driver, Isatsuoza! Tetsu driver from the Iron Project. 1, 2, 3. Project Tetsu is back in the best form. Damn it! Look at the extension on that Hokkaido-plex. I thought that was going to be the end of the match. I really did. But barely even a 2 count. I'm not sure it was a 2 count. This is the move. The Isho Kenmei that has won so many matches for Gamba over the years. For Project Tetsu to kick out. Maybe he is superior. There you see the Tetsu driver that would be the end of the contest.
Here is your winner, Project Tetsu 2.0.
Akaisha is officially on notice. Bigfoot and Project Tetsu are now in title contention. And with that, let's take a look at the updated Best 4 rankings. And there you see it, the updated standings. Aztec Kaiser Neo, the number 1 contender. Project Tetsu receiving the higher rank than Bigfoot because of his superior win-loss record in the AWL. And now, at his insistence, Frederick Victor will now educate us on real wrestling. I'm going to hate this.
The following contest is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout to decide the winner, and it will be contested under World of Sport rules. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, 1/2 of the Empire, Frederick Victor.
AWLWrestling.blogspot.jp. Frederick Victor made a big deal about how the reason he hasn't been very successful in the AWL is not because of his tag team, The Empire, or because of any failings of his own, but because the rules in the AWL, the rule system that we use, is wrong. And he is now going to educate us on what wrestling is supposed to be like via World of Sport rules. He's going to be facing one of the young dragons from the dojo. This is round 1 of up to 5. 2 falls to a finish. Pinfall, submission, or knockout. 1 knockout will win it. 2 pinfalls or 2 submissions. A fall automatically ends a round, and there are 5 5-minute rounds with a mandatory rest period in between. This is the closest I can get to replicating World of Sport rules on 2K18. Sorry about that. And an interesting hold by the, what's a nice word for jackass? Oh, smug schmeghead. Okay. And a nice body scissor takeover there by Frederick Victor to L, who's going back to this double arm wrench. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a submission maneuver. Now, I know I said I was going to hate this, but that's mainly because Frederick Victor is involved. I actually like World of Sport rules. If you're a fan, as I am, and you should be, of Chikara Pro, or Chikara just on its own, then you'll know something of World of Sport wrestling, and know that it can be a very enjoyable and very entertaining form of athletic combat. But Frederick Victor is just a jackass who loses a lot, hides behind his partner most of the time, and generally can't do anything on his own, so he's coming up with this new rule system in order to advance. And that should be illegal. Under traditional World of Sport rules, attacking a man while he's on the ground, if it's not part of a continuous action, would normally be illegal. Now, this would be perfectly fine, because the takedown led straight into the submission. He did not break contact. 3 minutes left in the first round. You have to win 2 out of the 5 rounds in order to be the winner. And L, so far, has yet to get in any real offense, and I stand corrected. Snapmare takedown by L, and he's going for an armbar, or maybe a Kimura lock, but he gets fought out of that. Tiger suplex. And again, this would be illegal under traditional World of Sport rules, but I can't make that happen in this game. I'm sorry about that. But we're just going to go with it. Elevated bow and arrow lock by Frederick Victor, former tag team champion here in the AWL. 2 minutes remain. And he calls this the bully pulpit. The bully choke. And that's
Winner
it.
of the first fall, Frederick Victor!
And that will automatically end the round. We'll begin round 2 immediately. Round 2, 5 minutes on the clock. Both men forced to their corners. They come out fighting. Frederick Victor going to the top rope. That's very dangerous. If you leave the ring for any reason, you are disqualified under World of Sport rules. No exiting permitted, but a cross-body block off the top rope. High risk, high reward for Frederick Victor. I'm sorry, I just find Frederick Victor quite boring to watch. He hits a good drop kick. I will give him that. Alright, still to come, we have got Liga Cosmica versus the Reunited Team Victory. We have Akira Merune versus Yang. That's right, Season 0 originals Yin and Yang are back in the AWL as part of the Joshi division. They are going to be competing, or at least Yang will be competing later tonight. And of course, our main event, X-Drone makes his first defense of the Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Championship against Oh, a pentagon-like arm breaker, but because Frederick Victor doesn't have the body mass, doesn't have the strength of a Pentagon Dark, Pentagon Junior, Pentagon Dark, Penta L0M, I don't care. He's not going to actually break the arm, but he could possibly separate his shoulder with that. Matt Classic press, and L finally getting some fight in him here. X-Drone makes his first defense of the Intercontinental Championship against the Doom Bunny, one of the 4 competitors in last week's Scramble match that X-Drone did not pin, did not make submit. In fact, he only defeated the last opponent, Bigfoot, via submission. X-Drone will have the same athletic abilities, the same techniques, the same attributes as his opponent. That's his ability granted to him by the diabolical Dr. Jigoku, the mad scientist of professional wrestling. A little under 2.5 minutes left in the round. Crucifix doesn't hold him for a pin. What do we have here? Look at this elevation, back into that elevated bow and arrow lock that Frederick Victor likes so much. I've seen men submit to this. Oh, good reversal into a pinning predicament. But Frederick Victor immediately kicks out of it. I'm seeing potential in young L here, this student of the AWL dojo, this young dragon, being allowed the opportunity to compete on the main roster under the mask to protect his identity and go. Oh, there we go. Is he going to go? Yes. Side Russian leg sweep into a seated Manji Gadame from Frederick Victor. Yeah, I'm not going to actually concede Victor's point that it's the rule system that's been holding him back. But I will say, when he gets a chance to actually do this right, when he gets a chance to actually compete a one-on-one, he does have athletic skill. He does have a good knowledge of wrestling holds. So I will concede that much at least. But this idea that he's been held down by the rule system, bollocks. Here we go up. Keeps his opponent on the top rope. Again, this is dangerous in World of Sport rules. Picks him up. 30 seconds approximately left in the round. Superplex. Backdrop superplex. Back into the ring, and again, this would be illegal in the UK. Breaking the action and attacking. But a rolling senton off of the middle strand. 10 seconds left. Can L hold out for another 10 seconds? That would force a break of the hold. The end of the round forces the break of the hold. 3, 2, 1, and that's it.
Round 2 is a draw.
Frederick Victor not happy about that, but it is true. We move into round 3 of 5. One fall already, or one submission already to Frederick Victor. And L is either going to have to go for a knockout here, which I think is what Frederick Victor's doing with that barrage of strikes and a drop kick to the head in the corner. Frederick Victor calling for something, I'm not sure what. Oh, up here. Fisherman Buster, knee to knee. One fall, one submission or a knockout will win it for Frederick Victor. A fall, a submission, or a knockout puts... A fall or a submission, I should say, puts L in contention. A knockout would be the ultimate upset and the first victory for a young dragon in the Animated Wrestling League Season 12. Irish whip. Reversal into an Irish whip of his own into the corner. I don't think Frederick Victor likes the Irish that much. What do we have here? Picks him up again. Back superplex again! Second time in as many rounds. There is a rest period in between rounds, but it's not long enough to recover from a maneuver like that. But L somehow kicking out of his own volition. 3.5 minutes remain in the round. 3 of 5. And there we go. Look at that. Back into that bow and arrow lock, one of his favorite submission maneuvers. If there's a tap out here, that will be the end of it. No, Frederick Victor abandoning the hold. Trying to show off to the crowd. Not sure what he thinks he's showing off. Doesn't exactly have much of a physique. But again, I'm nobody to talk. 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Oh! Twist and smash. And back to the bully pulpit. The bully choke. Bully for you. That's it. I hate the name bully pulpit. I'm just going to call it a bully choke. Frederick Victor, the second fall in 3 rounds. So, is that what wrestling's supposed to look like? Check out some of the highlights, at least from that particular round. I love this kick out by Frederick Victor. 1, not even 2. But there, bully choke, nowhere to go.
Winner of the second fall and the match, Frederick Victor!
I would say congratulations to Frederick Victor, but it took him 3 rounds to beat L. Unfortunately, something tells me this is not the last that we've heard of World of Sport rules from Frederick Victor in the Animated Wrestling League. All right, let's spend some time with the wrestling that's actually entertaining, and we are going to move now into the Joshi division. A woman who is looking to obtain her second victory of 3 needed to qualify for the championship ladder match. Akira Merune faces a living legend of the Animated Wrestling League, the return of Yang.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall in the Joshi division. Introducing first, the mistress of 1,000 holds, Akira Merune!
Big talk from Akira Merune, the submission star. The mistress of 1,000 holds. Well, she did defeat Manami Toyota in her debut match here in the AWL, and now she's facing one of the greatest female competitors ever to wrestle in the Animated Wrestling League, the only woman who has ever been AWL champion. Back in the old days when we had gender equality.
And her opponent, making her way to the ring from the dark side of the human psyche, being accompanied by Yin, Season 0 Original, Yay!
The original, the first AWL Tag Team Champions. Before it was a world title, it was their title. Why the hell do they have the sanity? Okay, problem with the video. We'll work on that for next time, next set of tapings. Here we go, Yin and Yang. Back in the AWL. I never thought I would see this day. Standing STO by Akira Merune, the mistress of 1,000 holds. To start us off, I'd like to send a thank you to Toyota Manami for coming out of retirement to bless the Animated Wrestling League's Joshi division in our first week of competition. Thank you. You are welcome back anytime you get that bug. Springboard splash to the back. Springboard frog splash to the back. Oh, and went for a senton splash, backsplash, and got the knees for it. Yang, by many years the veteran. We haven't seen her in the AWL since season 0, I believe. Oh, this is not good. And down. You want to stab me in the back with your knees? I'm going to do that right back at you. Akira Merene pulling herself up by the ropes and maybe thinking, no, I thought you were thinking a springboard. But Yang puts a stop to that. 20 count on the outside under the real AWL rule system. This match being contested under AWL rules. 8.5 minutes approximately remaining in the 10-minute time limit. Akira Merene has 1 victory. 3 victories qualify you for the championship ladder match. Already, Athena Jane and Dragoness have qualified to fight for the inaugural AWL Joshi Championship. Will Akira Merene take her next step towards joining them, or will Yang take her first? Reverse DDT on the outside. Both going to have to watch the referee's 10 count. The referee's 20 counts, up to 11 now. 12. Yang returns to the ring, as is Akira Merene, breaking the count. Yang takes advantage of a delay. Falcon Zero. Of course, Yin and Yang both use the duality driver as their finishing maneuver. I think we're about to see... No! She went for the duality driver, but Akira Merene, watching the archives, she knows to avoid that particular maneuver. Grab of the head. Snapmare. Into the shoulder claw, the trapezius claw, a submission hold in and of itself. Though I don't remember the last time I saw anybody tap out to that. But it is good for wearing down your opponent, taking away their art. What do we have here? Duality driver! Isatsuwaza. 1, 2. Bugger. Akira Merene on that twisting duality driver. Yin and Yang also have the Psyche Slam from the top rope they've used to win matches in the past. And there's that backsplash. This time it connects. Yang representing the dark side of the human psyche. Yin representing the light. These twin sisters of destruction. The twin terrors of the AWL. They're never going to be able to pull off twin magic. But what do we have here? Twisting, snap! Take away the arm of a submission expert, and you take away basically everything they've got. 1, 2, kick out! The fighting spirit of Akira Merene coming to the forefront here in the Joshi division. And are we about to see a Psyche Slam? No, we're going to see something. Oh! Slingshot senton. Miss with the elbow drop, however. Hurricane Rana by the Mistress of 1,000 Holds. 5 minutes have elapsed. 5 minutes remaining in the contest, in the allotted time for this bout. Coming up next, we've got a tag team match and then the Intercontinental Championship main event. Stay tuned. All the action still to come in the Animated Wrestling League. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Russian leg sweep. That's the same seated octopus hold, the same seated Manjigatame that we saw from Frederick Victor, but now I've never seen Frederick Victor do this. And look at that, she's grabbing onto the ears, I think. What is she grabbing? She's got the leg hyperextended. I don't even know what that maneuver was, but it worked. A highly modified single leg Kamagatame, you might want to call it, I don't know. And there's the duality driver. That's the move that made her AWL champion back in the day. Let's take a look at it again. I don't know how little Akira Marine kicked out of that, but she did. Right there. Seated octopus. We're getting another look at that hold. She won the match. No, we can't, apparently. Damn it.
Here is your winner, Akira Marine!
What is the point of having replay cameras if they don't always get the finish? Okay, technical difficulties, but Akira Marine picks up her second victory. One more win, and she is in the ladder match. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to the tag team division. The eternal quest for 3 points continues. T49P are waiting in the wings anxiously for their next challengers. Will it be Liga Cosmica or the newly reunited Team Victory? We saw Hifumi Ryuji return to the AWL last week, and he has agreed to once again team with his former partner. And as always, the theme music starts immediately. That was kind of a gimmick for a trait, shall we say, of Team Victory. Well, this is interesting.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall in the tag team division. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from Yokohama, Japan. He is the winner of the 2018 Oshogatsu Taikai, the scion of submission, Chiba Takagi.
Well, as I said, this is interesting. The members of Team Victory not coming out together. Gotta imagine Chiba Kagi's happy about this. He's been lobbying for this for a while now, ever since we came back. Ever since we defeated the Global Wrestling
And his opponent taking it to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, the Prince of the Pinfall, Hifumi Ryuji. Together they are Team Victory. Currently they have 0 points.
I'm not sure what's going on here. It's usually a sign of trouble when tag team partners don't come out together.
And their opponents, the tag team combination of Eruption Solar and Estrella Dorada. Together they are Liga Cosmica. Currently they also have 0 points.
From the center of the sun, Eruption Solar. From the heavens, Estrella Dorada, the solar flare, and gold star of Lucha Libre. Liga Cosmica, youngest ever AWL World Tag Team Champions. Looking to return to the top of the mountain by defeating the winner of the Oshogatsu Taikai, and Hifumi Ryuji. 15 minutes, standard 0-8. Mat Classic at actually a double leg takedown right out of the gate, but good defense by Eruption Solar, keeping his forearms up to protect himself. Good strategy there, or good technique there, I should say. Leg sweep into a half Boston crab, going for a quick submission. And notice the body placement, Chiba Akagi giving Eruption Solar no way to crawl to his corner. Eruption Solar waiting for his opportunity and hits the power bomb as a counter, I'm guessing, to a Hurricane Rana. Eruption Solar not making the mistake a lot of people do when they face Chiba Akagi and assume he's a one-trick pony with the submissions. He actually is a skilled high flyer in his own right. Speaking of which, from the red rope moonsault, Chiba Akagi back in control of this contest. Irish whip into the corner. We're going to see a tag Kogeki. No, we're not. Oh, yes, we are. I stand corrected. Drop down, drop kick. Good combination by Team Victory. I'm not entirely sure the behind the scenes details of this, but Hifumi Ryuji, who was a champion with Global Wrestling Monopoly, he was the GWM Pacific champion. They had a lot of regional titles. What do you want? He didn't immediately re-sign with the Animated Wrestling League. It took a lot of convincing, a lot of coaxing from Chiba Akagi, and eventually the AWL commissioner offered him a slot in the one-night Intercontinental Tournament last week. He lost to the eventual Intercontinental Champion. And we've got to see some unorthodox offense by Hifumi Ryuji, grabbing at the mask of his opponent, not trying to remove it, luckily. That's an automatic disqualification. Under our system of rules, if you deliberately remove your opponent's mask, you're done. And that could even be a firing offense if it's considered severe enough. Arm drag. Right hand, go behind. Tiger suplex by the Gold Star, Estrella Dorada. The man I don't think is entirely human, if you catch my drift. Oh, huge Samoan drop, and he's not even a Samoan. Cover. No. Reversal into a Destiny. And a tag made, one of the best tag team maneuvers in the AWL. Starfall, that made them the tag team champions once upon a time. One. No. Victor taking a little too long to gloat, I think, but a back elbow maintains control. Oh! Big DDT goes to the cover. He knows the science, he knows the strategy of when it's smart to cover your opponent and when it isn't. And good defense by Estrella Dorada, but he's going to have to get out of here. Here we go, he sucks. I think this is going to... Yes! Small package driver. 1, 2, Estrella Dorada
Team victory!
Estrella Dorada distracted on the outside by Chiba Akagi. Let's take a look at some of that action as Hifumi Ryuji gets his first victory since returning to the AWL. Small package, very effective. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have got to keep going, guys. This is supposed to be an hour of power. We're going to try to keep it under an hour this week. All right. Coming up next, main event time for the Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Championship. Because the X-Drone only defeated one of his 5 opponents in the scramble match, the other 4 are getting title shots to make it right. Ladies and gentlemen, Doom Bunny gets the first such opportunity. It's Machine versus Bunny Man.
The following contest is your main event of the evening. Scheduled for 1 fall, 1 submission or knockout to decide the winner. And it is for the Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Championship.
And there he is, the Pink Bunny Man of professional wrestling. Former AWL Tag Team Champion, former AWL Light Heavyweight Champion. He has never been Intercontinental or Grand Champion. Okay, here we go. Dr. Jigoku. And the Augments in control of the championship. Honestly, I think the AWL commissioner came up with this "you've got to fight all the guys you didn't beat" thing just to stick it to Dr. Jigoku. If so, I fully support that. The robotic monstrosity. I said monstrosity started with Project X, didn't I? Okay. The robotic copyright infringement. I don't know. Okay. X-Drone has the ability to copy the moveset and abilities of his opponent. I think that's why he's got those antennae on the top of his head, part of his scanning system. So as he goes into this match, he will have the same athletic ability, the same body control, the same leaping ability as the Doom Bunny. Dr. Jigoku, of course, at ringside for his weapons next match.
Introducing first the challenger from the Strawberry Patch, the Doom Bunny! And his opponent being accompanied by Dr. Jigoku, representing the Augments and fighting out of the laboratory. He is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Champion. Tonight, he makes his first title defense, the X-Drone. This is an officially sanctioned Intercontinental Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, referee in charge, AWL Senior Official, Joey Baba Ganoush.
Dr. Jigoku has already promised that his new augment will debut next week. The question is, can this augment hang on to the Intercontinental Championship, and immediately going for a very Doom Bunny-like maneuver up the top rope. Long way to go for the arm drag. The Doom Bunny has, I think, the best agility and the fastest speed, not to mention, obviously, the best leaping ability of any wrestler in the Animated Wrestling League. Maybe not the most leg strength, I'd probably give that to Sammy Nix. But the Doom Bunny, a powerful opponent, so much so that Dr. Goku actually copied the Doom Bunny once before when he created Usagi Kick, an entity, a clone, an evil clone of the Doom Bunny that was killed by the skull, that was, basically had his neck broken by the Skull Head Killer, along with most of the augments over the years have actually been destroyed by Dr. Jigoku himself. Back and forth action as, oh, good counter. I hate to say it, but good counter by the X-Drone. 30 minutes on the clock, that's standard for championship matches in the AWL. The idea being that we don't want the title to change hands, or be defended more accurately, on a fluke. Oh, huge miscommunication, huge miscue by the Doom Bunny, but X-Drone not able to capitalize. May as well take this opportunity to remind you of the champion's advantage. The title only changes hands on pinfall, submission, or knockout. In the event of a countout, a disqualification, as we saw in our first match tonight, or a time limit draw, the title remains with the champion, and in the case of the Intercontinental Championship, it is considered a valid title defense. If you defend the Intercontinental Championship 5 times, you get to cash it in for an opportunity at the AWL Grand Championship under the stipulations of your choice. Complete power over your destiny, and there's a bunny hop extreme by the X-Drone. Doesn't seem to have the brains to cover after the bunny hop extreme. Cover 1, 2, no! Very close. I thought that could have been it. Dr. Jigoku telling his robot, keep going, don't let up. Moonsault off of the red rope. Our ring ropes, white, red, and white, symbolizing the colors of the Japanese flag. Oh, reverse Hurricane Rana! If he had a neck, that would have shattered it. The referee, senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family, having to get out of the way. Here's the original Bunny Hop Extreme! And here we go, Usagi DDT! Another one of his signature maneuvers, the Usagi DDT. Usagi, of course, means rabbit in Japanese. Cover! And Dr. Jigoku, I think we all would have figured out by now that Joey Baba Ganoush not in the mood to deal with interference tonight. Double palm strike, drop kick, usually leads to a high angle clothesline. Doom Bunny pulling out all of his best in this match for the Intercontinental Championship. And it's actually worth pointing out that the reigning Grand Champion is the Doom Bunny's tag team partner in the Destroyers of Doom, the Japanese destroyer, Hakaisha. So one tag team would control both the Grand Championship and the Contenders title at the same time. I don't think that's ever happened before. Bunny Hop Extreme, and that's it! Knockout! Knockout! The referee has ruled this a knockout! X-Drone was not defending himself. Incredible. Usagi DDT to the Doom Bunny. He would show him how to do the real one a moment later. Or later in the match, I should say. 1, 2, kick out. And here we go, Bunny Hop Extreme! Followed up by the Usagi DDT, and this is really where the X-Drone stopped defending himself. The presentation of the championship belt, I don't think even the Doom Bunny believes it, but it is true. He is the new champion. Let's make it official.
Here is your winner, and the Anime Wrestling League Intercontinental Champion, the Doom Bunny!
Congratulations to the Doom Bunny, and up yours to Dr. Jigoku and the Augments. Man has beaten machine. Thank you for watching. I'm Ryu Sensei for everybody at the Animated Wrestling League. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Korede. Himarida.